in a world unrecognizable to us. Survival was not a right. It was a daily war. The earth trembled beneath the feet of giants, mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and cave bears, and every sunrise could be a human's last. Cold winds sliced across endless plains, and hunger was a shadow that never left their side. Yet somehow, against the cruelty of nature, fragile beings armed with little more than stone and fire endured. This is the story of how our ancestors, prey to predators, victims of famine, wielders of courage, learned not just to survive the world, but to master it. The world 200,000 years ago was raw and merciless. Ice sheets crawled across continents, turning forests to frozen wastelands. Each breath burned like frost in the lungs. To live meant to move, constantly, endlessly, in search of warmth, of food, of safety. The early humans, Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, Denisovans, were few among many dangers. Towering predators stalked the night, the cave lion's low growl, the thunder of aurochs herds, the silent shadow of a saber-tooth's approach. Nature showed no mercy, yet it offered the essentials, if one was cunning enough to take them. Every broken branch, every footprint in the mud was a message. Every gust of wind carried scents of life or death. The world was a test, and only the alert survived. To eat, they had to kill. But in a world of beasts, they were not the strongest, only the most determined. The hunt was ritual and risk combined. Men and women moved like ghosts through tall grass, silent beneath the gaze of circling vultures. A spear's tip of stone, chipped and sharpened by patient hands, became the difference between starvation and a feast. The thud of the weapon striking hide, the scream of a wounded bison, the rush of blood and fear. These were the sounds of survival. Yet hunting was not just violence, it was strategy. They learned the movements of herds, the migration of seasons. They read the stars, the tracks, the rhythm of life itself. For them, intelligence was the ultimate weapon, sharper than any blade. And then came fire. At first, a mystery. A living creature that devoured wood and spat light into darkness. But once tamed, it changed everything. Around its glow, humans no longer feared the eyes in the dark. They cooked their food, warding off disease. They gathered, told stories, and began to dream beyond mere existence. The crackle of flame became the heartbeat of humanity. It extended the day, drove away the cold, and kindled imagination. With fire, they became more than survivors. They became creators. From its light was born art, language, and spirit. In the reflection of dancing embers, humankind began to see itself. Alone, a human was fragile. Together, they were unstoppable. Tribes formed, families bound not only by blood, but by necessity. Cooperation became their greatest strength. They learned to hunt in groups, to share resources, to protect the young and the weak. Around campfires, elders taught the wisdom of the hunt, the dangers of the land, the meaning of the stars. Within these early societies were the roots of empathy, of love, of loss, of belonging. When one fell, others carried the memory forward. Their unity was not just survival, it was identity. And from that, Civilization's first heartbeat was heard. The world changed again and again. Ice advanced, then retreated. Species vanished. Entire valleys turned to deserts. Humanity stood on the brink more than once. But each challenge carved us sharper.
Look up, little ones.
Stone tools gave way to bone and flint, to spears that could pierce a mammoth's hide from a distance. Traps, clothing, shelter. Every innovation a rebellion against nature's indifference. And when other humans, Neanderthals, Denisovans, disappeared into the silence of history, our kind endured. Not because we were the strongest, but because we learned, adapted, remembered. We became the storytellers of the earth, the species that refused to fade. Today, the jungles are gone, the beasts extinct, the cold tamed by our cities. Yet the same pulse that beat in the hearts of our ancestors still beats in us. Their fears became our instincts, their curiosity, our science, their campfires, our cities of light. Every time we reach for knowledge, protect one another, or stare into a flame and wonder, we honor them, because we are the children of survivors, and the fire that once kept them alive still burns within us.